welcome back to my channel, and you know what time it is. It's that time of the month again where we are going to pick my new TBR for the upcoming month, and that is September. As always, I'm super excited for this video. This is always one of my favorite videos to film. I'm so excited to pick my new books, and these 6 shelves are where my TBR is placed, and you see an empty shelf right there, which means I finished my entire TBR for August. Sort of. Let me explain. I always place the books here that are on my TBR for the current month, and I am currently reading the last book on my August TBR. I might finish it in the first days of September, but as I'm filming this, it's still August and I'm still reading the book. But at least I started all of the books on my August TBR, so I'm really proud of that. So please, applause for me. That doesn't happen very often, and we picked a lot of books last month, so I'm proud of that. So let's see how many books I can finish this month, but first we got to pick the books, obviously. I do have some new books on my TBR this month. For example, it's laying right here on my stack of highly anticipated reads for me. A Language of Dragons. I'm trying to read that because in the last weekend of September I'm going to this book event, and the author of A Language of Dragons, SF Williamson, yeah, that's correct. She is signing there, so I really want to read that book so I can read it before I see her and then let her sign it. That's really exciting. And then I also have Deep End new on my TBR, but this is one of my book club books for the next month. I have 3 book clubs now. Like, I went from 0 to 3 book clubs instantly. And in one of my book clubs we are reading Deep End this month, and then the other 2 books that I'm reading with my other book clubs are Hurricane Wars and Wedding People. So a good variety of books. We have a literary fiction, a romantasy, and then a romance. And that also means that those 3 books are instantly added to my TBR for September. So we already have the first 3 books, and in this video I'm going to pick another 4 or 5. It slightly depends on which kind of books I get. I think 5, but we're gonna see. By the way, my beloved TBR jar is getting pretty empty, so I think before the next month or the month after that, I definitely am going to refill this. But for now, this will do, and we're just gonna get started with the first prompt. This is the first one. Book with hearts on the cover. Ooh, okay, that sounds a lot like a romance book, but we're gonna see what books do have hearts on the cover. Yeah, based on the spines, none so far, but we're gonna take a look at the covers. Nope, just flowers. Oh, by the way, there's one, but it is a broken heart. And a broken heart on the cover as well. I think that counts. It is a heart, it's broken. Oh, I really thought First Time Color would have some hearts on it, but nope. The word heart, but not a heart, since it specifically said the symbol heart. I honestly didn't expect this, but I have only the Breakup Artist with a heart on it. I have a lot of books with flowers, but not hearts. Okay, well that means we're gonna go with the only option here. It's a broken heart. That's really sad. But it's the only option I have. So we're gonna go with Breakup Artist. I did pick this one before in a TBR video, and then I didn't read it. I think the prompt back then was set in summer. I didn't read it back then, but I am still really excited to read this. It just never happened so far, but I think this month I'll definitely give it a go. And this book is a young adult about best friends August and Valentine, and they have an unusual summer job. They are hired by parents to break up bad high school relationships, and that alone already intrigues me. First book of the month. Let's pick the next prompt. Which one are we gonna pick? I want a pink one. Book with food on the cover. I just checked most of the covers and I don't know if there's food on covers, but we're gonna give it a try. I think no. Okay, I didn't expect this to happen, but there are none. When I wrote these prompts like months ago, I figured these types of prompts would be so easy and I would have lots of different options, but apparently not. I should have written flowers on the cover because that's really easy, but no. I picked hearts and then foods, and I have no book with foods on the cover. Yeah, so we're just gonna throw back that prompt for another time and then pick a different one. We're gonna go with this one. Book with more than 30 chapters. Again, we need to do some digging. These are all prompts where I need to look at the books to actually, or into the books to actually know it. But more than 30 chapters, I think that's very doable with thicker books, with fantasies. I think that's doable. That's definitely doable. Let's see if A Language of Dragons has more than 30 chapters without giving myself spoilers. Ooh, 31. I see chapter 31 is the last chapter, so that's a great option. Phantasma, also a book I really want to read. Chapter 52. 64. We have lots of options here. You know what? I could check a lot more books, but I think I already know which one I'm gonna go for. And it's A Language of Dragons. Since I already wanted to read this is the perfect pick. And we just had a romance, and this is a romantasy. I'm really excited to read this. I have no idea what it is about except for dragons, but I just really want to read it before I meet her. So, A Language of Dragons by S.F. Williamson. Book is set in London in 1923, and normally I'm not a huge fan of books that are set in the far past, but with this book I'll make an exception. And it says, dragons soar through the skies and protest erupts on the street, but Vivian Featherswallow, what an odd name, isn't worried. She's going to follow the rules and get an internship studying dragon languages. By midnight, Viv has started a civil war. I imagine that lots of things happen in between that, but we're gonna find out what that is in the book. By the way, this is stunning, this edition. Stunning. I got this secondhand on Vinted. Love it. Let's get the third prompt, or actually the fourth prompt, but our third pick for the month. Oh my god, is this another symbol? Please. Book with a number in the title. Okay, no symbol. Well, there's a symbol in the prompt. But we need to find a book with a number in the title. That should be easy to spot. 1 for My Enemy, so that's number 1. The Atlas 6 by the same author, by the way. First time caller, but it's not really a number, so nope. Forest of 1,000 Lanterns. 1,000 is a number. That's it. Okay, funny. 2 options by the same author. The Atlas 6, 1 for My Enemy, and then Forest of 1,000 Lanterns. But I think I'm gonna go for the Atlas 6. Right now I'm really into starting new series. Like, I recently finished some series and now I really want to start some new series, specifically fantasy series. I am going to do a vlog really soon, a reading vlog on starting new fantasy series. So this is perfect for that series. I'm currently reading Serpent and Dove. I can read A Language of Dragons. I can read the Atlas 6. That's perfect. So our third pick is going to be the Atlas 6. And this is about 6 extraordinary magicians, 5 chances to win 1 secret society. Okay, so once a decade, the world's best magicians are invited to join the elite Alexandrian society. Its members enjoy a lifetime of power and access to ancient secrets, but only 5 places are offered. So after recruitment by the mysterious Atlas Blakery, the candidates must complete a rigorous year of arcane study. That actually sounds really exciting. I had this on my TBR for quite a while. I really want to read it to see what the fuss is about, because I know many people love this, but I also know that many people don't. So I want to form my own opinion. And we're gonna do that this month when I read this book, The Atlas 6. Okay, next book. We have 2 fantasies right now and 1 romance. So I'm hoping for some lighter books to mix that up. Free fantasy pick. Not a romance, but it is a free pick. So we can pick a lighter fantasy. I could go for a Restore Me, the next book in the Shatter Me series. I know I always, like, they read so easy. I'm always flying through the Shatter Me books. Definitely not going to pick Addie LaRue. I do want to read that, but it is a more slower paced book. And I kind of want something a little faster right now. We have Phantasma as well. That could be a good one. Which one to read? You know what? I think we're gonna go for Phantasma. Because it fits right in with starting new fantasy series. After this month, I'm in the middle of so many series. I need to stop starting new series. But I think I'm gonna go for Phantasma, yes. Okay. I think most of you already know what this is about. Because it is really popular. But it is about a game, like many fantasy books. And it says, welcome to Phantasma. There are only 2 rules to the game. Stay alive and don't fall in love. And it's about Ophelia, and her sister disappears, and there's only one way to save her, and that is by entering the game of Phantasma. It is a deadly contest inside of a haunted mansion, and she needs to claim its prize, a single wish. The 4th pick for September, and I said we were going to pick 4 or 5 books, but now that I picked those 4, let's pick another one. We are going to pick our 5th and final book for this month. New author for you. That's actually really funny because all the 4 books we already picked are all by new authors for me. This does give me many options, so I can go for something a little lighter. I am thinking a romance book because I don't have that much on my TBR right now for September, so I'm thinking a romance book, but let's see what's out there. B.K. Borison, first time caller, definitely a new author for me. Ooh, this is a good option. Katie Holt, not in my book. Another great option is Summer of Broken Dreams. I am already in the fall spirit, to be honest. Fall has officially started for me, but it is still warmer, so I could do a more summer read, and one of my friends really wants me to read this book, and I think if I don't read it now, I'll just leave it on my TBR for next summer, and I already have this on my TBR for over a year. This is the book I'm gonna go for. Sana, one of my friends, if you see this, girl, it's finally time. I'm finally reading this book you want me to read so bad. This book is Summer of Broken Dreams by K.L. Walther. Author I've never read a book by before. And it's a summary read. It says, it's all fun and games until someone loses their heart. When Meredith Fox lost her sister Claire 18 months ago, she shut everybody out. But this summer, she's determined to join the world again. And then there's an annual family vacation to Martha's Vineyard with a cute groomsman. So there's a wedding. Oh, a summer wedding. And she forms an alliance with a cute groomsman. She finds herself getting distracted. Don't we all love that? We're gonna add this book to the TBR because I have so many fantasy books and so many spooky, witchy fantasy vibes that totally fits fall. But we're gonna do another summer read. And with the 5th and final book being chosen, this is my TBR for the month, plus the 3 books, obviously, that are my book club books. Deep End, I have the physical copy right here. Hurricane Wars, still have to get a physical copy. And The Wedding People, which I'm going to read on my e-reader. And that concludes my TBR for the month of September. If you like this video, can you please give me a thumbs up? Leave in the comments down below what book is the highest on your TBR for the month of September. Which book are you most excited about starting to read? Oh, by the way, there are some new releases also that I really want to read. But I think we'll move those to October because that is going to happen this month. And if you're not subscribed to my channel yet, please make sure you do so you stay up to date with all of my bookish videos that are coming very soon, hopefully. I hope to see you very, very soon in the next video. Bye, guys. Bye. Doei doei.